Hello and welcome everybody. Thank you for coming today. It's great to see so many people filling up the virtual room. You can see we've got a few more people coming in. I'm going to wait for maybe a minute more before I begin. This is just a brief introduction before I hand over to the real experts. So let's give it a few more minutes maybe as people turn up. Okay, let's make a start. Once again, thank you all for joining us today. Let me go into some brief background about what we're doing and why we're here. This is part of our new Verisian Hydromet network, which is essentially the platform that you're using today. It's a rolling events platform. We see it very much as a digital campus where we're able to provide pretty much unlimited educational opportunities, curated events, research. We made a start in earnest last week with our first webinar, and we'll be doing one of those every week. And then at least once a month, once every 2 months, we'll be holding a deep dive into a particular topic. And that's what today is all about. We're taking a look at remote sensing, practical uses of remote sensing for the Hydromet space, where we've seen developments recently, some of the new technology people are employing, some of the new uses people are using the technology for. And we have a really good lineup of speakers. It's a brief event. It lasts no more than a morning or an afternoon, depending where you are in the world. But ultimately, what we're trying to do is provide an opportunity for all of you guys, for a relevant audience, to join us, to listen to some interesting conversations that will hopefully formulate debate, formulate new ideas that you can take away and deploy within your own professions, within your own Met services or wherever you work, and also to build that community that we're trying to build. Last week, because of the webinar, we went over 800 members, so we have around about 850 members of the Hydromet network now, which we're incredibly pleased with. And just to give you some context, that probably equates to about 60% of global Met services, a number of important governing bodies, particularly the WMO, but also some of the key NGOs that circle the space, whether it's the Green Climate Fund or key funders like the World Bank. We have a good array of experts and people who are willing and ready to engage. Going back to today, we have some great sponsors. Please do, if you get the opportunity, visit the sponsors in the remote sensing booth section, which is at the top of the screen. They're going to be there all day. They're able to answer questions. They'll also be doing short presentations over the course of this morning or the afternoon, depending on where you are. In amongst that, we have some great speakers, ranging from Kelly Chance from Harvard. We have 2 really good presentations from the WMO, from Etienne Charpentier and his colleague Kenneth Holmond. And then at the end of the day, we have a really good presentation from Emil Charrington, who's working on NASA's server initiative. So please do stick around. Feel free to ask questions. You can use the Q&A function. You can use the chat function to the right of the screen as you look at it. And ultimately, we want people to be as engaged as possible. Obviously, we'll be holding these types of gatherings on a weekly basis. As I said at the beginning, certainly every week there will be a 45-minute webinar, and once a month or once every 2 months, there will be a deep dive. And today represents our first deep dive, and we feel that remote sensing is a good and evolving topic for us all to look at as a community. So with that said, I'm going to close this session. Please feel free to make your way to the next session. You can see it on the agenda. for a presentation from our colleagues at Leonardo. And any questions, please use the chat function or the Q&A function. The Verisian team will be around all day to help. And yeah, welcome once again. Please engage with each other, please ask questions, and please enjoy the content. We appreciate you being here. Thank you.